What's up, you guys? Welcome to the channel Clearly Crypto. My name's Tyler. This is a channel that brings you daily crypto info, a channel where we want to know more, grow more, and reap the benefits from it. If you haven't gotten subscribed, make sure to do so. That way you can get in the first 1,000 OG subscribers there. We are coming out with daily videos for you guys. Get subscribe. Make sure to go and follow me over on Twitter as well. I try to share all of my trading information that I've learned over the past year, as well as all the information that I'm currently learning. And I try to, sorry, rambling a little bit. I try to also share all the crypto news that I come across. I try to share my opinion on it and all things like that. Just in case you don't have time for a video, something like that. Plus, there's a little extra on there since I can't fit too much on these, not trying to make them too long. But for today, I have some pretty awesome news for you guys. We're going to go over KYCs, Lightning Network, FTX, Ethereum, and there's some pretty juicy news about the Bored Apes Yacht Club at the end, so make sure to stick around. Alright, so the first piece of news here, like I said, I wanted to go over KYCs, are non-KYC crypto exchanges as safe as their KYC compliant peers. So this article basically just goes over how there are different companies or exchanges that are requiring KYCs versus other ones that do not. There's not too many out there that don't require a KYC as far as to get in, that are actually like trusted or big exchanges that are popular and well known. Those aren't going to be the ones that don't require the KYCs. But as you can see from here on Chainalysis, a study confirmed that only 0.15%, so not even a whole percent of all crypto transactions in 2021 were linked to illicit activities. So I wanted to bring that up because with KYCs, I believe in them, not because of this part, because, there's always going to be people out there trying to use money and the monetary system to do evil things. I mean, that's just always going to happen. There's going to be evil people in the world. There's a yin and a yang to the world. So, I mean, you just got to kind of deal with it. But I believe in KYCs because this is a great way to prove that you're a certain age, to make sure that you're not going to get in trouble for tax purposes, because it not only affects the person that's investing in crypto, but also the company that's allowing them to invest because, if you're not too old, they can get in trouble for that as well. You have to make sure that you're in the correct jurisdiction. I mean, there's plenty of countries out there that have pretty strict rules for what the people in their communities can do as far as investing, getting into certain securities. I know I saw something about Canada starting to get a little bit more strict about people trading crypto up there. You can only do, I believe it was like $30,000 unless it was like Bitcoin, Litecoin, or Ethereum. So that was pretty crazy. But yeah, I mean, I believe in KYCs. I don't understand why you wouldn't want to put your information out there unless you are doing something that's not too great that you're not wanting to talk about. I mean, if you're wanting to keep secrets about it, it's obviously something that you're not wanting people to know about, and in my eyes, that just kind of reads as evil. But if you are looking into some way to have a little more anonymity and everything, I know the Monero chain, that would be a great way for you to dig into all that and start learning a little bit more about having a little bit more privacy as far as cryptocurrency. That's a great little rabbit hole for you guys to dig down into. But moving on from this, we have the Lightning Network. And what it's talking about in this is that the Lightning Network may have a channel jamming problem. Basically, all this article is talking about is that they are getting a bunch of attacks, D&D attacks. I forget what exactly that stands for. I believe that it's in here. No, I'm not seeing it in the actual article. But they're basically just getting a whole bunch of denial attacks. Oh, I wish I could remember exactly what it was, but it's people just jamming the system with a whole bunch of fake transactions. So they're just sending a ton of transactions, whether they go approve or fail. Mainly they will fail. Denial of service, it's down here. Okay, so right here, denial of service attack. So it's just them jamming up the Lightning Network to where it can't handle it, and it's making it to where it's either locking up. Well, I don't believe it's locking up, but it's definitely slowing it down, making it more sluggish. And this is one of the big things that cryptocurrency is coming up as a problem is you have to have a chain that can handle all the transactions. Visa does tons of transactions every day. I believe it's up in the 100 millions every day. So, I mean, these blockchains have to be able to handle that if people are going to be using it for payment systems. So, moving on from that, we have FTX. FTX US among 5 companies to receive cease and desist letters from the FDIC. So this was kind of crazy to see. I kind of chuckled about it a little bit because I thought it was funny that they actually allowed this to happen on their website where I mean, the government came at them saying, hey, you guys need to take this down. It's basically, these representations are false. Let me see, issued a Friday press release disclosing cease and desist letters for cryptocurrency exchange FTX and websites Smart Assets, FDIC Crypto, Crypto News, and CryptoSec. And my stutter's coming up. Just one moment. Let me just get that away. A little tip for you guys with the stutter. If you say red leather, yellow leather, it helps work out all the muscles in your mouth, helps you speak a little clearly. So now, moving on from that, in the letters, which were issued on Thursday, the government agency alleges that these organizations misled the public about certain cryptocurrency-related projects being insured by the FDIC. So basically, FTX had on their website that there were products, or not on their website, they sent out a tweet talking about how some of their products are covered with FDIC, and that is false. And so they're coming after them about this. It's pretty funny. Where does it have it in here? Yeah, it's right here. Okay. It appears that on July 20th, 2022, Mr. Harrison published a tweet on the Twitter account at Brett_FTX, so the FTX account there, which stated, among other things, direct deposits from employers to FTX US are stored in individually FDIC-insured bank accounts in the user's name, and stocks are held in FDIC-insured and SIPC-insured brokerage accounts. FTX is also identified as an FDI-insured cryptocurrency exchange on the Smart Asset website. So you guys have to realize that the FDIC doesn't insure things with crypto, so they're not insuring everything that you're seeing on Twitter. So just because you see somebody tweet about it, just as you're seeing here, you need to make sure to do your diligence, make sure to get out there and do your own research about it, and make sure that your money is protected. Crypto is a pretty risky space, but it is a space that plenty of people are making a ton of profit at if you're being smart about it. So now, with the Ethereum news, who accepts Ethereum as payment? This article was really great at explaining not only what Ethereum is, but it goes over quite a bit of information in here. Some of the cool things that I wanted to bring up is the advantages of accepting payment in Ethereum. It has some pretty cool things in here. It talks about how there's more transparency, how it comes as an additional payment option. So say you don't want to pay with your US dollar, you have the option to pay with Ethereum is basically what that's saying. It has quicker transactions, which it talks about down here. Fiat transactions routed through bank may take days to reflect in the account. So this will be going 24/7. It's a chain that never goes down like Solana. Sorry, anybody that's into Solana. Down here it talks about finality. The average time for achieving finality is 6 minutes, 25 confirmations, while the average time to mine a single block is 15 seconds. So it also talks about how it's lower than Bitcoin, the largest cryptocurrency that does take 60 minutes. So those of you that don't know, if you try to put a transaction through with Bitcoin, you have to basically wait about an hour to make sure that that transaction is valid. There are cases where it has been like 45, 50 minutes down the line. There was a fork in the transactions. The fork ended up getting more verified on the other transaction line, where yours wasn't, and it basically just knocks yours out. You go back into line, and then you have to try again. So Bitcoin's pretty complicated to explain in 60 seconds, but that's something that I definitely want to do a video about later on to explain a little bit more for the rookies like me. I know that I had to do tons of research just to understand what Bitcoin did, what it's good for, all those good details. So moving on from that, it talks about the data coordination that it would have that would definitely give more data to the public so that we knew what was happening in the market. It allows for tokenization, which was a pretty cool thing to read about, which is, it will help fractionalize previously cumbersome assets such as real estate. So if you were wanting to get into, like, I was thinking of like those timeshares. This would make timeshares more available to everybody. You wouldn't have to go out and say sit down at a meeting at a ski resort, have a crappy steak, and then have to sit there and through their presentation just to go out and have some fun. And with this, that does give a lot more like that's a big market to hit with tokenization. So that's something that I'm going to be looking into. Definitely, I know that I talked about the real estate market in the cryptoverse a little bit in my last video. If you didn't look at that, definitely go and check that out. That was an amazing project that I had stumbled upon. That's being supported by Andreessen Horowitz, one of the most famous crypto investors out there. He came out with that really big, that monster of, where is it in here? It's just a monster of a page, just all about crypto. If you guys didn't know about this, definitely use that link, go to this page, and it'll tell you everything you need to know about crypto, just about everything you need to know. That way you can learn whatever you want, whether it's just learning the basics to actually coming out with your own coins, as you can see here with investing as well. I didn't plan to have this in the video, but thinking about it, I definitely wanted to drop this bit of knowledge in here as an extra for you guys. But going back to this, it just, like I said, this has some juicy information about Ethereum. If you guys don't know too much about Ethereum, I definitely recommend going through this article and reading all of it. That way you can learn quite a bit about it. I'll leave the link down in the description for you guys. That way you can get to it. And, oh yeah, it talks about the refunds from traditional banks. So that's one caveat with this, is that with Ethereum, banks don't guarantee that you're going to get a refund if something were to happen with the merchandise, with the retailer, or something like that. That would be between you and the retailer. It wouldn't really be between like a bank or anything, because Ethereum is a chain. It's not a bank. So now, moving on from this, the big news that I want to share with you guys, this is crazy. The market's going crazy. So this is one thing that I wanted to bring up just to kind of put it in perspective on what's happening out here. So many Bored Ape NFTs are in danger of getting liquidated as borrowed money comes back to bite. So there are Bored Ape Yacht Club members going on to this website, BenDAO, right here. They can go onto this website and they can put their Bored Ape up as collateral to get a loan. So with this and the market going down, it's making it to where if Ethereum, or I believe it goes by the floor price, if the floor price gets to a certain level, those loans will be liquidated, and their Bored Apes will actually be sold off to the market. They'll auction them off. I believe that's what it's showing over here on the website, loans in auction, and it shows how there's a Mutant Ape Yacht Club number 24412. The latest bid is only 11.934 Ethereum. If you go over to OpenSea.io and you go to their actual listing, it shows that the floor price is 69.42. So I believe they are starting to have those issues where some of them might be getting liquidated and being auctioned off. I don't know if that's people just trying to recoup some losses in the crypto market by selling one of their extra mutant apes, but there are quite a bit of them in here, and I mean, as you can see, they're going for some pretty cheap prices. But the crypto market is going down quite a bit. I don't want to scare you about that. I do believe that it is going to come back. It's not just the crypto market, it's all the markets and the whole monetary system's kind of going to crap right now. The Feds are trying to attack it with their interest rate hikes. I don't believe they're attacking it too hard. If you do follow, I believe it's Crypto Jeb. Is that? Oh, man. I feel bad for not remembering his channel right off the top of my head. Have him over here. Let's see here. No, I don't have him down here. I'll have to add him over there. But one of the people that I follow, he talks about how even the Fed's like whole balance sheet hasn't gone down that much since they raised the interest rates and all that. So it's showing how they haven't exactly cut down on their balance sheets the way that they're wanting to. But that's all I have for today. I don't want the video to get too long by rambling on about that. That would be a completely different video. There's tons to go over on that. I'm currently going onto the Federal Reserve website and learning as much as I can about it all, as well as the ISO 2002 standard that's going to be coming in November. I plan to be bringing videos about that in the future, so make sure to get subscribed if you're not. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time.